Dear God, dear God. Hello and welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm Gelato, and for the longest time I've loved fashion, makeup, artistry, and if I ever had the budget, I would dedicate my entire life savings to attending the Met Gala, because your girl loves dressing on a theme. Now this year, I'm not invited, but I'm going to do the next best thing, and I'm going to take you guys on a little trip down memory lane and look through the past 7 Met Galas. Welcome to the Met Diaries.
The theme of the 2018 Met Gala was Heavenly Bodies, Fashion and the Catholic Imagination, with the largest exhibition till date consisting of 25 galleries spanning over 60,000 square feet of space. The Met's president and CEO, Daniel H. Weiss, stated that the Catholic imagination is rooted in and sustained by artistic practice, and fashion's embrace of sacred images, objects and customs continues the ever-evolving relationship between art and religion. A book titled The Catholic Imagination, written by Andrew Greeley and published in the year 2000, a book that most likely inspired the theme, states that Catholics live in an enchanted world, a world of statues and holy water. But these Catholic paraphernalia are mere hints of a deeper and more pervasive religious sensibility that inclines Catholics to see the holy lurking in creation. Essentially, the theme encompasses pieces that utilize religious motifs and imagery to convey humanity's application of a Catholic lens to the way we perceive art, specifically identifying a holy essence in God's creations. The show's chief curator, Andrew Bolton, said that the vision of the exhibition was intended to evoke both the concept and the experience of a religious pilgrimage. The exhibition aimed to display the deep-rooted connection fashion has with medieval and religious art, specifically representing it as linking to the Catholic's interpretation of why we appreciate fashion and art, viewing it as a celebration of God's gift of beauty. The Archbishop of New York, His Eminence Timothy Cardinal Dolan, said in reference to the exhibition's theme, "The Church and the Catholic imagination, the theme of this exhibit, are all about 3 things: truth, goodness, and beauty. That's why we're into things such as art, poetry, music, literature, and yes, even fashion, to thank God for the gift of beauty." A lot of the garments featured in the exhibition shared similar themes and shapes, such as gold fabrics and sharp silhouettes, depicting tenets of the Catholic imagination. First up, we have a piece from the Autumn-Winter 1999-2000 Victor and Rolf Haute Couture collection. For me, this piece aims to communicate the idea of the divine right of kings and the natural order, concepts that described monarchs in the British royal family as the divine representation of God on earth, and as such, in the natural order of humanity, royalty came on top. This piece communicates regality and divinity through the glittering gold fabric and the sharp shapes of the rectangular, exaggeratedly long sleeves and the triangular silhouette of the length of the dress. Another little Easter egg in the presentation of the piece that I might be reading into is that the mannequin has red hair, which could be a nod to Mary, Queen of Scots, a very well-known figure from the British royal family and a devout Roman Catholic in the face of religious instability in her time. Next up, we have a piece from the Autumn-Winter 2013-2014 ensemble for Dolce & Gabbana. This design is extremely intricate and is a very thorough mosaic. There is a similar color palette here of the gold, but with flecks of more rare colors in nature such as the blue gems. I feel it also communicates the divine right of kings with it depicting a person wearing a crown, and I just want this in my wardrobe. Another take on the theme showed in the exhibition was a variety of wedding attire, referencing the religious view of marriage as the divine connection between 2 individuals in the name of God. This piece is from the Autumn-Winter 2009-2010 Christian Lacroix Haute Couture Wedding Ensemble. That was a mouthful. This wedding dress is very traditional and resembles the silhouette of the first piece from Victor and Rolf with this powerful, extensive shape. The golden embroidery works in tandem with the lace and flower adornments to produce a cohesive garment that conveys the feminine side of marriage, at least in a Catholic lens, which involves qualities of dignity and an affinity to nature. In all, the exhibition presented largely pieces that demonstrated the unbreakable bond between humanity's aesthetic contribution to the world, such as through art and fashion, and God's wider influence.
And now, the favorite bits, judging the red carpet. Little disclaimer, feel free to disagree with me. I obviously am not like a stylist and I'm not the one making these decisions. I know that. This is just like my humble opinion. So we're gonna go through some categories, my favorite looks, honorable mentions, and then like the Uggo ones, and I'm judging them based on like how pretty they are, but also like mainly how relevant they are to the theme. Are those crickets? Okay, so my favorite look has to be Rihanna, like gorge. It is so similar to some of the things we've seen from the exhibition, but it's silver instead of gold, so something a bit more fresh. There's still sort of those like sharp line work and like the shapes that she's creating, but it's a little bit more modern, as in like the dress is sort of a little shorter and she's deconstructed the one garment but still creating the same like silhouette by having the overcoat. And it is just, it's so pretty as well. Like, look at it, like amazing. And the jewelry is so like minimal in comparison to how like flashy the whole thing is. It's so cohesive and just no notes. Now I struggle to find good men's looks because, let's be real, the men are not here to turn out. But Christian Combs was a look that I liked. I love the jacket. The detailing is also quite similar to stuff that we've seen in the exhibition, and the crown is quite nice. It's not like just the crown, it's got that like fabric thing to it as well, which I really like. And yeah, it's nice, it's quite good. I mean, again, like a lot of the other men's looks are just sort of suits of various colors, so it's not difficult. Now to the honorable mentions. Blake Lively, I mean, she does pretty well in Met Galas, let's just say that. I love that she matches the carpet, that's hilarious, but like this is, I just love it. Everything about this look is quite nice. I like the shape. I don't know why I'm not that big of a fan of like the sheer panels, but that's just me being like, you know, nitpicky. But I do like the headpiece. Yeah. Next we have Gigi Hadid in Versace. Let me just tell you this, 2018 was an amazing year for Versace because this look is beautiful. It's angelic, but it's not the like typical golden and white kind of angel. It's so like, it's heavenly. The theme, heavenly bodies, ding, ding, ding. I love. Then we have Cardi B. I think this was custom. And yeah, again, I like the headpieces in these, very nice. And yeah, I just love, it's a very modern take on sort of like the regal Catholic imagination dresses we've seen from the exhibition, so I love. And finally, in our honorable mentions category, we have Ariana Grande in the Sistine Chapel dress. Girl, this was quite good. I did enjoy this because it wasn't just like a boring, like here's a dress with a Sistine Chapel print on it. Like there was shape to it, there's like a flow, and I love the bow on the top. It's so like unserious, but like perfect. It's not too like, are you dressing down the Sistine Chapel? It's quite nice. And now let's get to the real tea, the bad ones. First up, we have Micah Argonaris. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce her name. I'm very sorry if I'm butchering it, but dear God. This looks like something I found in Valley Girl, and I'm not even joking with you here. I think I've actually found something very similar to this in Valley Girl. It's like if you presented me this and then asked me what the theme was, I would have guessed $30 budget. Because what is this? What is this? Like the boots look like I can find them in Kmart, which is not a read because Kmart boots are nice, but like this is the Met Gala. You have the budget. That's what irritates me the most. You have the budget to do better. And the dress is so like simple and just like the only thing like remotely interesting is like the shoulders, and that's it. So I'd like whoever decided on this, because I'm sure there were far better options, to be fired. And if there weren't far better options, I don't even want to think about that. Next up, we have Claire Danes. Ooh, there's a lot to unpack here. I just would like to apologize to her on behalf of whoever decided this. And if it was she that decided this, I want her to apologize to me. Because what the flip is this? Number one, I'm not really getting the theme other than potentially this, like the silhouette, potentially. But also, all of these colors are just so like horrible together. Like all four of them, the like red, the pink, the brown, and like the green. And I personally am not a fan of hot pink and like bright red. I know people like that one Taylor Swift dress at the VMAs, I think it was one time, but I am not a fan of that color combo. And like, you know, even the pink and the brown would have sufficed if we were just going to completely ditch the idea of a theme and we're just going straight for a pretty dress. But yeah, and the bag is just like, this has got to be Like, are we for real? What is that? What is even that? What is even that? What is even that? Like, the bag by itself could be even, like, manageable, but what the flip is that feather-looking thing? Yeah. It is not giving heavenly Catholic or imagination, but it is giving body. Moving right along, we have, and this one just makes me laugh because of his facial expression. It's Ansel Elgort, and oh dear God, who in their right mind? And I'm just gonna assume he was not in his right mind. Who in their right mind goes, the theme is heavenly bodies, the Catholic imagination. I'm gonna dress up in a black velvet, purple lining suit with a bow tie and pants that don't even match. Who the flip? Like, why did we... See, it's not even how did we get from A to B, it's why did we get to B in the first place? Why did we do that? Why did we do that? Nothing about this screams a theme. Furthermore, it's ugly. You know what I mean? And also, again, you have the money to do better. That is what is crazy. Like, you have thousands of dollars at your disposal. Even the local Target has something more on theme than this, which is crazy. Like, at least it would have scored points for being appealing to look at if the velvet texture was the same with the pants. Even a cross necklace at which is the laziest thing you can do, but even that. And what gets me is his facial expression, because he thinks he's eating it up. I wish I got his invitation. That's crazy. But yeah. And with that, we wrap up the first episode of the Met Diaries with the 2018 Met Gala. Like and subscribe and comment down below your favorite outfits and your least favorite outfits. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Tune in tomorrow. See you then.